Gillespie ground, Sky 61959er at SAA with information Yankee, taxi I-4.
Skyhawk 61959er, Gillespie ground, runway 27 right, taxi via taxiway Alpha 2, Bravo and Delta, cross runway 35.
27 right, Alpha 2, Bravo, Delta, cross runway 35, Sky 61959er.
Gillespie ground, Cherokee 40042, Golden State taxi 27 right with Yankee.
Cherokee 40042, Gillespie ground, follow a Cessna, crossing runway 35 at taxiway Alpha 2, runway 27 right, taxi via taxiway Bravo and Delta.
Bravo, Delta 27 right, follow the Cessna, Cherokee 042.
Good. Wind's not strong, but it is coming from a quartering headwind, so we turn into it. Good.
Turn into it and elevator neutral.
Yep.
And then if it's a quartering tailwind, dive away from it.
Right. What does a B2 with the arrow mean?
That is the taxiway that is coming up.
That's a direction sign to that taxiway.
And then the black with the yellow letter is the taxiway that we're currently on.
Right. Good. What are the dash lines coming up? Head off to the left.
That the dash lines warn you that you have a hold short coming up.
Yep, intersection with a runway coming up. Their standard is 150 feet, but they're not always that long. What color are taxiway lines?
Yellow.
Always a gimme. Some people look at it like, is that a trick question?
Well, you know, in ground school right now, we're learning the colors of the lights and stuff, and the lights will be green. So I think
the lights on what will be green?
On the center of the taxiway. The taxiway is outlined by blue lights.
Little slower around the curves.
All right.
What are, see the kind of the dashed white lines right there?
Yeah.
What are those?
The dashed white lines are the dashed white lines are basically around the perimeter outside of the in the non-movement area, and that is for vehicular traffic.
Well, it's marking the edge of a road, right? That cars go on. So see why there are white lines here?
Yeah.
And they turn to dash lines on the other side?
Yeah.
That's because aircraft can go across there as well.
Okay.
So the dashed ones are used where aircraft can go across.
And the white stripe lines there are just vehicular traffic?
Yeah, just vehicles.
Okay.
Yeah, so you don't have to worry about, it's marking the edge of a road, but airplanes can go there as well. And the bonus question is, what's this dash line across the taxiway?
That is a good one. I actually do not know that one.
That's a taxiway hold line.
Okay.
Delta 3 request taxi CFA.
So if we're coming down and they say, from this direction anyway, if they say hold short of Delta 6, that's where we would hold.
Okay.
It's there to allow enough wing clearance. You know, they've spaced it so they put you far enough back that you have clearance with the other airplane coming off the runway.
Okay. Yeah, that one we actually have not covered yet, and was unfamiliar with that one.
It's got a name. I forget what it's called, but I just call it's a taxi hold line.
Okay. For takeoff. Parking brake set. Parking brake is set. Fuel selector fullest tank. Left tank is still our fullest tank, and we are on the left tank. Flight controls free and correct.
So say up.
Okay, up. Elevator's up. Aileron is up. Stabler goes down. First goes up.
Good. So you never have to think about it if you use your thumb.
Yeah. All right. Elevator and rudder trim set for takeoff. Go just a little up in neutral. All right. Flight instruments set. There. Altimeter still reading within 75 feet of altitude. And direction indicator. Alright. Turn coordinator, VSI, good. Radio is set. I'll go ahead and go to tower frequency now, 120.7.
Run up area runway 278, radio 4 squawk and...
That's your panel.
61959 West Tower, squawk 5237, hold for release.
Mixture rich below 3000. Throttle up 2000 RPM.
Striker 77 kilo, contact local approach, have a good flight.
Carb heat check operation. We have RPM drop for carb heat. Magnetos. Have a drop on the right. Have a drop on the left. Vacuum gauge 4.9, 5.1, reading just a little over 5. Alternator is charging.
Chart break, let's tower departure 410 fetch.
Engine instruments check.
260 at 6, that's on.
All in the green. Bring RPM back down. Mixture is set. Fuel pump is on. Fuel selector, confirm fullest tank. Left tank is still fullest tank. We are on left tank. Bring that up. There we go. Seats check tracks. All right. Cabin door closed and latched. All right. Transponder 1200 set to altitude reporting. Anti-collision lights are on. Flaps as required. We do not need flaps. Port fuel.
So we're full on the left.
Chop rate, Cessna, off your left and higher, landing and right traffic.
Chop rate, traffic.
West 94 Delta helicopter, half mile north of the field, northbound, low level. Runway 27 right, clear, touch and go.
94 Delta, clear, touch and go, 27 right.
So we're a left crosswind departure, right?
Yeah. Gillespie Tower, Cherokee 40042, ready 27 right, left downwind departure.
Tower S37 clear north.
Ash 10, appreciate have a good flight. Cherokee 40042, left tower, runway 27 right, clear for takeoff, approved as requested.
Clear for takeoff, 27 right, Cherokee 042.
7 Charlie Delta, are you taxiing back?
Lakes inbound, full stop. Cherokee Delta, taxiing back, request taxi to 27 left, please.
Plus 959, taxi up 2, hold short, runway 27 left.
All right, we have anybody on approach? Nope, we look clear. All right.
West Tower, Bonanza 300 Zulu's inbound.
And on the
Yankee, full stop, Yankee.
9 Zulu, West Tower, make right traffic, runway 27 right, 4 downwind.
Call you on the downwind for 13006.
Yeah, upwind, hold short, runway 27 right, 619
So 7 Charlie Delta, verify you're taxiing back, I missed it.
7 Charlie, yes. Cessna 757, Charlie Delta, request taxi 227 left.
System Charlie Delta, this frequency 27 left, taxi via Delta, cross runway 35.
Taxi via Delta, cross runway 35, Cessna 757, Charlie Delta.
Cessna 959, runway 27 left, clear for takeoff.
527 right, Chicago 949er.
959, correction, runway 27 right, clear for takeoff, thank you.
Right rudder will solve your nose problem.
Yeah, I'm giving a lot of right rudder, and all of a sudden the thing comes around on me.
Yeah, just give it right rudder and put your nose up to about there. When you do that liftoff,
300 Zulu, clear land 27 right.
just bring your nose up like you did just a little bit. Let it fly itself off. You don't need to jerk your nose up. Just let it fly itself off.
Trigger 83160, West Tower, straight in, runway 27 right, put a 3-mile final.
Report 3 miles for 27 right, 160.
Alright, 79 knots is what I want.
Yeah.
Bring your nose up a little bit. There we go.
And West Tower, wheel check down.
That's from 94 Delta.
94 Delta, go ahead.
Who called with the wheels check down?
Until you're ready to turn, always head for that right mountain.
Alright. Almost at Pinita Drive.
Bonanza 00 Zulu, wheels appear to be down.
300 Zulu, roger that. Lock the light.
Alright.
Roger. Bonanza 00 Zulu if you'd like.
Okay, gently, everything gently, gently.
Or you can change 27 left to the low approach to get close to the tower. We can verify they're completely down.
300 Zulu, we're fine.
Roger, thanks.
That's good on the rudder. Just keep, you don't need more than a 30-degree bank.
Yeah.
768.
A lot of rudder now. Give me a lot of right rudder and unbank. A lot of right rudder and unbank like this. Take a look out in this direction.
38 Quebec, correct?
No, nobody coming. Now you can make your turn.
Okay.
Left tower, Cessna.
A lot of right rudder when you unbank. You're going to unbank.
Yeah.
Request left close.
I'm just trying to get used to these bumps here. This is
runway 27 left, clear for takeoff.
quite a bit rougher than I'm used to.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Cessna 7 Charlie Delta.
No, I've never had the airplane yaw on me like it is today.
Let's do our right turn.
Okay.
Climb to 2,200 feet.
Okay.
And do everything gently. You're doing everything a little bit too rough. Let's just be gentle with it.
I'm trying to.
Let's do our after takeoff checklist.
All right, after takeoff checklist. We can glide back to the airfield, so fuel pump is off.
Lefty Tower, Cherokee 4346 Foxtrot over Sweetwater Reservoir, inbound.
Okay, a little bit of right rudder is going to help your problem here.
Okay.
Just give it a little bit more right rudder.
27 left, put a half mile south of Interstate 8.
Enter left base, 27 left.
There you go.
Cessna 38 Quebec, runway 27 right, clear to land.
Clear to land, 27 right there, Quebec.
Other calling tower, say again. Other aircraft calling tower, say again.
Gosh, it's even bumpy on this side of the hills today.
Yeah. Yeah, the thing that the airplane's doing to me today that I haven't had it do before is it,
042, frequency change approved.
instead of bumping up...
042. I like to keep it on until we're past the mountain here.
All right.
Hey, what's it doing that's not doing, that you hasn't done before?
Like right when we got off the runway, I had it yaw on me really quick, and it's kind of doing that to me right now. I've never actually had it do that before.
Take your feet off the rudders. See what it does.
It's not really doing it right now, but right when we left the field, it was.
Yeah, you jerked the thing up into a climb, and then you didn't have the right rudder in, so that's going to make it yaw.
Okay.
So, although we like to blame it on the airplane,
Oh, no, trust me, I know.
It's usually out. So we're heading, it used to be green, it suddenly turned brown, but we're heading for this brown area right out here. You'll see a straight road right almost a little bit to your...
Yeah, I got it right here about my 11 o'clock.
That little hill just to the right of that straight road is where that water tank is.
Okay.
So if you go past that with that little hill on your left, you'll be able to see the water tank.
Okay.
Go out over those hills, come around and descend to 1,600 feet.
Okay.
Cherokee 46 Foxtrot number 2, follow Cessna down to beam the tower, runway 27 left, clear to land.
Number 2, 27 left, clear to land, 46 Foxtrot.
160 is at 3 miles.
Cherokee 160, runway 27 right, clear to land.
Clear to land 27 right, 160.
Coast Matter 4.
And you can slow down, get your power back to 2,300, well, I guess it already is, but get your nose up so that you're at 90, not 110 or so.
Okay.
And your road is over there a little bit. I think we are getting pushed this way.
Yeah.
How fast are you showing?
So try to get it trim for 90.
Okay.
I'm showing 136 miles an hour, 35 miles an hour.
Yeah, you're pulling on me. I'm only doing
Okay, I'm trying to get this thing back up to 2200
120
here.
miles an hour.
You know what, son?
Probably need just a little bit more power.
Okay.
Slow her down.
Well, at 52% for crying out loud.
So what? You're saving gas.
So you're still fast. I'll take the controls a second. I've got the controls.
You got the controls.
So
Didn't necessarily want to do slow slide all the way there.
don't fight it. I'll try 2,200. This airplane might be a little faster than some of the rest of them, but I want to maintain altitude. It's a little hard with the bumps
left or no?
and the updrafts and downdrafts, but
Yeah.
still, here's 90. Here's a pitch for 90.
Okay.
If we maintain that pitch and trim it for there, just about right here, then we'll stay at 90. So it looks like it's about 2,200 RPM in this airplane, and this pitch will give you 90. So you've got the controls again.
I have the controls.
So you don't have to adjust the trim anymore.
Okay.
And that hill right there is where your water tower is going to be. So you
This one over here?
It's not a tower yet, it's a tank. So you fly over that way a little bit. We're getting pushed towards the hills. That tells you your wind is coming from that direction, right? And it's going to be hard for us to go out and enter downwind, so we'll just enter at a crosswind. We'll go out here,
Okay.
go past. I want you to be able to see your water tower.
Okay.
I mean your water tank. Now don't put your nose down again. Put that nose back up to 90.
Okay.
If you let go of it, it'll put itself there because it's trimmed for that.
Yeah.
So
I'm just trying not to climb out while doing that. Okay, there we go.
And if you keep your power at 2,200 and your nose up to that trim, you'll be at 90. So there's the thing we're going to want to go around.
Oh, okay.
That tank right
That little
there.
pond
San
right
Diego
there.
Coastal,
Yeah.
Sky High,
Okay.
4900 Delta Romeo, 800 feet.
Oh, as rough as it is up here, it's going to be real fun.
Lagoon,
I know.
100 feet southbound.
That's why we're doing it.
Yep.
This is a fun one to do. So again, your speed is way too fast. So get your nose back up.
Okay.
You want to do this maneuver at 90, not at 110.
Okay, there's
So
90.
if you put that nose where it's trimmed and leave it there, now what we'll do is go out and make a left-hand turn and then start descending down to 1,600 feet. And I suggest you use that hill right over there as your first point.
Okay.
And come around that way. So come out far enough and don't lose your altitude yet. Because you want to do a turnaround and then start losing your altitude down to 1,600 feet.
Right. And in that descent, we want to maintain 90 knots?
Yes.
Okay.
Constant airspeed descent of 90 knots.
Okay.
So how do you do that?
Bring down the power a little bit. Bring down the nose.
1,700 RPM, and let the nose fall just a little bit to 3 degrees below the horizon. This is your clearing turn, so make sure you look out and make sure no other traffic is around as you're doing this clearing turn.
Okay.
And when you're comfortable, start your descent. to 1,600 feet. So without putting don't put the nose down without putting the power out. So take your power back to 1,700.
Okay.
Keep the nose about right here.
All right. And there's our hill right there.
Yeah, so I suggest you fly over this. See that little trail that's going up this hill right in front of us? I suggest you start about there.
Okay.
Good. Keep that pitch or just slightly above that pitch.
Yep.
You'll be at 90. There's 1,600, so get your power back into 2,200 right now and bring your nose back up or you're going to go too low. Go put it in quickly. Quickly. Like that.
San Diego Coastal.
So we're 100 feet low,
Romeo, 800
so
feet,
you need to climb,
over San
and you need to climb right away.
All right.
So there you go.
Okay.
Now you're getting blown to the left, so you need to bank a little bit to the right, even though you're turning around that thing to the...
Yeah.
Okay, so leave your power alone. Don't touch your power if you can help it.
Okay.
And then you're right at 1,600 feet, so that is good. Pick your next point, which could be, see that gray spot out there?
Yeah.
That could be your next point, probably. Okay. You're going up, so put your nose down a little bit.
Yeah, I got it.
Gently. That's the way.
All right.
And now you're not so concerned with 90 knots, you're concerned with your altitude.
Yeah.
And your rudder. So that's good. Now, what's your next point?
My next point is going to be this green spot, this green-black spot right down here.
Okay. So...
Okay, we got altitude. Speed's a little high. Bring it up a little bit.
Yep, because you were starting to descend. That's good. That's good.
All right, there's my gray spot right there.
Got a little too much left rudder.
Okay.
And San Diego northeast.
Okay, we are climbing. Bring those down a little bit.
Valley area.
Maybe the racetrack?
Southbound at 3,000 feet.
So bank for that.
Woo. All right.
Yep, now you're going to start to unbank a little bit, so give it right rudder when you unbank. Because now you want to head for that hill again. You're going to get in too close.
Last call, San Diego Coastal.
Not so much bank. You better unbank a little bit. Because you're getting pushed in close.
Over Torrey Pines.
Like that. That's good. That's better.
Police one's just south of the Crystal Pier, and we're in Reef Montgomery climbing through 700. I'm sorry, just south of the Scripps Pier.
Okay, a little less bank. There you go. Now you're getting it.
All right, altitude is good. Speed is a little high.
Unbank a little bit so you go over your gray spot.
All right.
Unbank. Gently on that nose. There you go. Your rudder's good. That's good. Getting a little low, so bring your nose up just a tiny bit. Don't jerk it up, just a little bit, and you'll get back to your altitude. Good. That's good. You're getting it. Good. It's feeling better as you're going around, isn't it?
Yeah, it's feeling really good.
You're getting your rudders under control. You're doing good on the pitch as well. On this side, the wind is coming from our right, so we need to unbank a little bit more.
All right.
Because you're getting too close on this side, so may not need any bank at all.
Yeah, it's true.
San Diego northeast, you exit 3,000 southbound.
All right, altitude's still good. Speed's
That's good.
Harris.
Make sure you look out for traffic once in a while. And then watch your nose. There you go.
Nose up a little bit. There's my gray spot. Okay, bring a little bit of rudder in this way.
Oh, look, you're getting too low.
All right, bring those up.
Yeah, just gently. There you go, just like that. Just like that.
There's my gray spot.
You need your nose up a little bit more because you're still descending.
Oh, okay.
There you go. And gently.
All right.
Good.
Nose up, a little bit more rudder in it there.
Whoa, we got really pushed out this. And where were you headed?
This gray spot right down here.
Yeah, your gray spot is way too far away because look how far away we are from our tank.
Yeah.
Compared on this side.
San Diego Coast 3401 Tango is just exiting the corridor. We're going to circle around Mount Soledad, descend down to 2,000 feet, and head into Montgomery, San Diego Coast.
Now this time don't get blown so close, so unbank right here.
Okay.
Unbank, use a lot of right rudder when you unbank.
All right.
You don't need to be turning practically at all. There you go. And then get further closer to this hill. We won't hit it. Yeah, take your bank out like that.
Okay.
Take it out. You don't need to be banked.
All right.
You need to be coming over this way. Just take your bank all the way out. Now bank.
Okay.
Now you're a little bit further away. Good.
Okay.
If you're going to be that far out on the other side, let's be as far out on this side as well. So pick yourself a new point over there. Something a little bit closer in. Maybe
this,
that
pile of rocks right down here. That's a little closer in.
Yeah, or maybe that little, whatever that is, a little fence thing right there.
Yeah.
Okay, watch your altitude again. Just
bring it up
glance.
A little bit. Yeah.
Good. Rudder's good. That's good. That's good, feeling good. When your rudder's right, you can feel it, can't you?
Yeah.
Okay, so on this turn, unbank. Unbank. There you go. And head over this way. You don't need much bank at all.
Yeah.
That's the way. That's good. That feels good. Okay, that's good. Now, let's climb up and go back out that way.
Okay.
And come in and do them to the right. Since you're doing so good at that. So get your nose up, and you're going to climb, get your nose up, get some right rudder in. There we go. How'd that feel?
Felt really good.
Yeah, it was good. When your rudder coordination is perfect, it just kind of smoothly goes around, doesn't it?
And I'll tell you what, having the right shoes on makes rudder coordination a lot easier.
It does, yeah, you can feel it better. Good. All right, this is going to be our clearing turn, so make sure we're looking outside.
All right.
Make sure there's nobody around. Okay. That's high enough.
Okay, whoa.
So power, yeah, we don't, you can power back to 2300 and slow us down now.
Okay.
We've got to work on your nose position to be, did you guys fly around at 100 knots all the time?
Yeah.
Maybe that's the difference.
Yeah, we flew pretty fast all the time.
Yeah. I know it's a change of instructors, but I'd like you to use 90. Because 90 is what is gonna make it easy to be in the traffic pattern.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I was asking how you wanted to depart before we left, because I know each instructor has their own way of doing things, so.
Yeah. Okay, so now we're gonna go to the right. We're gonna need what? We're gonna need a lot of right rudder.
A lot of right rudder.
So don't make sure you come down, because we got to give it 1,600 feet.
Okay.
Power first. Don't ever put your nose down without the power first, because you should be at 90, so your pitch should be about here.
Okay, now we're dropping.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it should still be trimmed there if we didn't mess with it.
Yeah.
So it'll be getting to 90 in a second. Okay. So plan if they're the same points or different points, they're going to look different going this way.
Oh, they're going to look a lot different going this way.
Coming up to your 1,600, so get your power in and get your nose up. Your nose up to here and your power into 20, at least 20.
All right, I'm going to go for that gray spot again right there.
Okay.
Lots of right rudder. Man, I've never hit drops like this before.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You only fly on nice days?
Apparently.
Okay, watch your nose.
Yeah.
Bring it up a little bit.
Yeah, I totally missed that time.
Well, you're over the gray. You're coming right over the gray spot.
Yeah.
So
I just can't see it.
Got to get your nose up. And again, you don't need a lot of bank. You got to head towards this big hill right here.
Yeah.
So unbank a little bit. You're getting blown in.
Okay.
Unbank like that. You don't need any bank at all. Just because you're going around to the right doesn't mean you have to have a right bank.
Right.
Your idea is to keep the distance. Now you can make your turn.
Okay. Okay, there's the racetrack.
And you're at 1,500. We need to go up 100 feet.
Okay, bring those up.
And now adjust your bank.
I'm going to put a little bit more power in it.
Yeah, it seems a little bit low. There you go.
Because every time I pull up on the nose, I lose speed and I just keep falling.
Yep.
Yeah,
power looks good right there.
2,500 maneuvering. Sending good traffic.
Okay, there's my gray spot right there.
Yeah, so we'll call that one a practice on the way.
Yeah.
So get your nose, you're letting your nose go down, so that's why you're losing altitude.
Yeah.
So here, let me take the controls. I've got the controls. So do your pitch very gently. Just gently. Got a little bit too much power, I think. You can come down just very slowly. I'm just a bit above 1,600. I've got the rudder in so that the nose is just gently going around. I've just got a little bit of rudder in.
Yeah.
Well, you do get pushed a little bit. I'm going to unbank. I'm getting an updraft right there, so I'm going to put my nose down. Just a little bit more.
See, that's the thing. Maybe I'm not feeling the drafts like you do. Like, you and Jordan both say, updraft, downdraft.
Yeah, you can't.
I'm still having a hard time identifying the updraft and downdraft.
Well, the key is knowing your pitch. And what I think you don't have yet is what pitch do you need for 90 knots?
Right.
And if you know that, and if you have that pitch, you know that the wind is pushing you. It's not you doing it, it's the wind doing it.
Helicopter, low level, Lake Hodges.
But we
headed west, low level.
See how gently the changes? I'm just making gentle changes.
Yeah.
Gentle changes. Whoa. You see that hawk?
Yeah.
To dodge that hawk. Now again, I got a little close right there, and I'm being pushed up again, so I'm going to leave my trim alone, and I'm just going to push my nose down.
1,500 feet traveling south off of Swami's.
And then I'm going to bank gently again to try to go over and I need a steeper bank because I need to go over this gray spot right here. Is a better place to go. Not so much bank, and I keep seeing, see those shadows? That's an airplane over there. I keep seeing that. See that shadow going across there?
Yeah.
That's an airplane coming that way. Keeps freaking me out. All right. And you do have a lot of lift right here.
Yeah.
And so I'm forcing the nose down, and I'm to try not, I don't want to go above 1700. I should be at 1600, but it's very hard to keep down without pushing it down further than I even want to push. Okay. Now I've got to steepen my bank. All right, when we go over here, we get an updraft from this hill right here.
Helicopter Lake Hodges, 2,500 maneuvering.
I'm going to unbank and give it to you, and you can go around.
All right.
All right. You've got the controls. Yep.
All right.
Second. Helicopter flat, clear, sir. Looks like you guys were having a lot of fun.
Yeah, right there we start getting the updraft.
Yep.
All right. In here, don't have to bank it as much.
Yeah, you're doing a better job of fighting it than I was. That's good. Very good. Excellent. That's better than I did it. Good, just right. Just right.
A little bit of updraft right there. Getting a little bit of altitude in. Push down, there we go. All righty.
Very nice.
Bring the nose up a little bit here as we sink down.
San Diego coastal system.
Let's head back home.
Kilo, right
Time for that already. You might as well just go this way.
Okay.
Maneuvering. San Diego coastal.
Good job. That last one was just right. You had your altitude just right. Nicely done.
No less pure Puerto Yankee time 1847 Zulu, wind calm, visibility 25, sky clear. Temperature 25, 2.7, altimeter 29098. Localizer Delta and visual approaches in use, landing and departing, runways 27 left and 27 right. Hazardous with permission, Port Southern California, available on high watch, flight watch, or flight source frequencies. Velocity's contact information, Yankee.
Still on Yankee.
Yankee, huh?
All right.
Ready in 5 Delta Mike, runway 27 right, clear for takeoff.
Yeah, we're probably high enough.
27 right, cleared for takeoff. 5 Delta Mike, thank you.
Jeez. Kind of a bumpy day.
Yeah.
And you report it at Cottonwood here?
2 miles southeast, Cottonwood.
Gillespie Tower, Cherokee 40042, 2 miles southeast, Cottonwood Golf Course, landing with Yankee.
Cherokee 40042, Gillespie Tower, inner left base, runway 27 left, for a half mile south of Interstate 8, clear altitude.
Inner left base, I'm sorry, I didn't catch that runway.
Runway 27 left.
Inner left base, 27 left, Cherokee 042.
Cherokee 042, clear altitude.
What's your altitude?
Altitude altitude is 1,800, Cherokee 042.
Roger. Bring in 5 Delta Mike. Flight of 2 H-53s, ahead into your right, about
they can't always see their altitude
south,
on the south side here.
900,
yeah.
Contact us, approach, have a good flight.
Okay, I'm in the box, and let people know there's some birds on takeoff.
So do you head for the jail there, the big square brown building?
That one right there?
Well, it's out in the middle of, it's past that ridge.
I see it.
If you head for that, that puts you on a good course for your... Good, nicely done. You got it under control. Your last turn around to the right was perfect. That was good. Our radius was a little varying, but this is pretty stiff wind to be doing that in. But you did a good job anyway.
You know, Mike told us in ground school that, you know, we'd occasionally get an updraft or downdraft that'll make us hit our head against the ceiling, and
you have a choice. You don't have to fly in weather like that.
Yeah. I mean, how do I identify that the weather is going to be like this? I mean, you know,
Look at the winds aloft.
Okay.
Winds aloft today were 330 at 26.
Okay, so that's what's doing it, is the winds aloft?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is still, there's still heavy winds from that front that moved through. And so that's one. You can look at the prognostic charts and see the forecast for turbulence. But our wind, it was still, I think it was 18 or something like that at 3,000. So that means it's going to be bumpy.
Yeah.
All right, let's get our pre-landing check and slow ourselves down for landing. So let's get 2,300 RPM and 90 knots now. So that'll be, nose up a little bit. And do your pre-landing check.
Gillespie Tower, Archer 8172 November is a beam stand Vicente Island at 3,400 inbound with Yankee for full stop.
Fuel secured, purple's tank, looks like our right tank is...
Well, we'll just keep it on.
We are on the left.
Archer 8172 November.
Okay, mixture rich, landing light on.
And you should be at 2,300 RPM unless you want to go down.
Okay.
Which... Okay, we can make our right turn. See the blue roof?
Yeah.
Let's make our right turn.
Okay.
And...
Cherokee 042, runway 27 left, clear to land.
Clear to land 27 left, Cherokee 042.
Nope, we don't have to report. So now let's start heading down.
Okay.
We want to be at 1,000 feet when we're at, and let's just make a square turn. So 1,700 RPM. Don't, and put your 1,700 RPM, get your nose back up until you get your airspeed at 90.
Okay.
Now put your first notch of flaps in and watch what happens. It's going to go down to 80.
Yep.
And maintain that pitch so that you maintain 80.
To the north, 1,700 Yankee.
And it should be trimmed for that. Let go and see what happens.
10, thank you. Report 1 mile north of the field.
It's just about right. It's a couple knots off, but it's going to be trimmed very, very close to what you want. And about here, you can start putting in your next notch of flaps, and it'll automatically go to 70. That's why I like to use 90. I give you 80, 70, 65 in the pattern. If you maintain that pitch, just like that.
Clear to land 27 right, Archer 8172 November.
Okay, don't bring the nose up. Keep it at that same pitch.
Okay.
And don't head into the airport until you're ready to turn, unless you're just doing a little bit of a crab.
Yeah.
Okay, now you can make your turn. Put your flaps in as you make the turn. So you only have to make a change one time.
Okay.
And now you're at 65. See how that works?
Yep.
Might be a little high, so we could take some power out. Don't dive for the runway. Keep that 65. just with
power.
Get it in. Need power, get it.
Okay.
Start aiming your guns to the 9.
Yep.
Try to shoot that 9.
Yep.
And now we're getting the updraft, so take your power back out. But get your nose pitched so that it's at that 65 pitch. We might gain and lose airspeed because of the shifting head and tailwind, or you know, little bitty wind shears. But aim your nose at the 9s. Keep looking at that 9 and aim your nose. That's the way. Aim at the 9. Now level it off. Level it off. Now just gently. Everything gentle. Just good. Very good. Don't use a lot of brake. We got a whole big runway here. We don't have to get stopped. Keep pulling our nose up. Get almost stopped before you make that turn. Almost stopped. Now you can make the turn.
Alrighty.
Cherokee 042, contact ground, have a good flight.
Contact ground, good day, Cherokee 042.
Gillespie Tower, stop area 57517, ready 27 left close traffic.
57517, Gillespie Tower, hold short, runway 27 left.
After landing, check.
After landing, flaps up.
Gillespie Tower 27, Fox Roll, Signals at 4,500.
Extra lean is required. We'll leave bridge fuel pump off. Landing light off. Strobes off.
Taipei 517, runway 27 left, clear for takeoff.
On.
We'll have to leave that on this airplane.
Via taxiway Bravo and Delta.
Bravo Delta 27 right, 3 Yankee.
Gillespie ground, Cessna 152 May Whiskey at CFA round, request taxi to runway 27 right with information Yankee.
Cessna 152 Mike Whiskey, Gillespie ground, runway 27 right, taxi via taxiway Delta, cross runway 35.
Taxi via Delta crossing runway 35, 152 May Whiskey.
Next from 23 Yankee, traffic over high performance helicopter. He will be landing at the far north. Caution rotor wash.
3 Yankee, traffic inside.
Gillespie ground, Cherokee 40042 at Delta 3, taxi Golden State.
Cherokee 40042, Gillespie ground, taxi to Golden State via taxiway Delta Alpha 1, cross runway 35.
Taxi Delta Alpha 1, cross runway 35, Cherokee 042.
System 2 Mike Whiskey, follow the experimental northbound on taxiway Bravo. He'll be turning in front of you.
Following the experimental, 2 Mike Whiskey.